Hi, folks.
So Matt and John here from Friday Night Games, and thank you for joining our stream tonight. Today we have a very special guest. We have Sean Chappell from Ramstar Games, fellow Canadian who actually only lives about 3 hours away from us. So how about a nice everyone give your best ace?
Hey, Abu.
Hey,
Hey.
happy to be here.
Sorry.
Happy to be here, boyo. Yeah, good times here, eh?
Hey, so we're gonna have the most Canadian Twitch stream ever, eh? From although we're all from Ontario, so we're not the most Canadian.
I feel like we need someone from like Nova Scotia if we're gonna get that true Canadian.
Yeah,
From Labrador.
Labrador, Thunder Bay. We need it from like all like the weird areas, and then
Nunavut.
none of it.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
So, just in case everyone's wondering, tonight we're going to be playing a new game that's coming to Kickstarter on April 20th, Sean? Is that right?
April 13th.
April 13th. Oh, so even sooner.
Yes.
So next week. That's
So,
exciting.
Just about a week away. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. So, so we're really excited to play it. We have actually played it before. We believe the epidemic has kind of postponed your Kickstarter because you originally wanted to do it earlier, correct?
Yes, twice now, actually. Believe it or not, we hoped to kickstart it in April of 2019, but the pandemic kind of put the kibosh on our public outreach. Absolutely everything, and I mean everything, got canceled. Like just gone, all of it, everything. And then we wanted to launch again in November of 2019, but after chatting with some folks on some really amazing and helpful Facebook groups, we still realized that we were missing some key financial components of how we were going to produce the game and make it cost effective, and how we were going to ship it as well and make that cost effective.
Awesome.
So we decided to hold off on that until we could make a better deal, ultimately, to make it cost effective for backers. So we're now at that point. So it is time to let this B game fly.
Awesome.
Our friend Emotional Cyborg says hello. And the game is very fun, looks very fun. So welcome, Emotional Cyborg, back. We were off last week, so
yes.
Good to be back on.
Welcome, Emotional Cyborg. We have another Canadian on. Oops, this way. So
everything's backwards.
Yep. I'm just gonna go through our socials just in case anyone wants to check us out. Any new viewers, you can check us out at FridayNight.games. That's our website. Friday Night Games _official on Instagram. Friday Night GMS on Twitter. So I run Twitter. John runs Instagram. And we're trying to make YouTube videos. So that's what we're trying to do lately. But we do release a podcast every Friday. Whenever we release it, I don't know, Friday midnight, 12 a.m. It's usually released. But what's this week about, John? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
I do. It came back to me.
I'm working on the last one, the second pass of the last one. So
okay.
I don't know.
I think it's on.
I'm brain dead today.
It's on how to get deeper into the board game hobby, or how to start into the board game hobby. Yeah. Kevin's our editor's comments were that were repetitive, but hey, whatever, Kevin. What's wrong?
Whatever, Kevin. You need to put that on a T-shirt. Whatever, Kevin.
Whatever, Kevin.
Kevin's awesome. He lives in. He's actually separated by a water border from me, so. He lives in Grosse Ile, Michigan, but
okay.
Yeah,
I think you've chatted about him before on your Instagram and other things, and in your podcast you've chatted about not being able to get across the border to go see him.
Yeah, he has a lot of our games.
He does have a lot of games.
He's holding them hostage.
I hope so. He should.
The pandemic on his side.
We don't pay him, so he should hold them hostage. I'm just gonna point out to you.
Yeah.
There you go.
He does this for free for now.
Yeah.
Let's not make him angry.
That's true. All right, Sean. So let's play Hivernation. So can you run us through how to play for our viewers?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd be more than happy. Thanks everybody for coming in and watching. This is all very exciting. It's fairly new to me, but I really love this platform. I love the opportunity to showcase these things virtually, and of course, it comes in pretty handy right now with the old pandemic as it is. So, ultimately, this is our game. I'm one of 3 members of a team called Ramstar Games. My other partners are Kit, my wife, and our good friend Sabrina. And we've been actually a board game crew for about 3 years now. We've been getting together, and about 18 months ago, we decided to make our own game, and this is it, Hibernation. It's sort of the culmination of 18 to 20 months of hard work. So, ultimately, the game is bee themed. It is workers versus drones, and it is based on actual bee behavior, believe it or not. Every year, when things start to get cold outside, hives all around the world throw out all their drone bees. It is a rather harsh ending for them, but it saves the hive, and they can overwinter better and come back strong in spring, and they just make new drones. So, ultimately, we thought that that was a very good premise for our game, workers versus drones, and the artwork reflects that. So all the workers are hardworking, wearing their caps and doing what worker bees do, and all the drones are partying and drinking and eating, and that's what they do. They get they do their thing with the queen in the spring, get the hive going, and then they get to have a nice easy summer before a very.
I have a question for you, Sean. Who in your group is super into bees? Someone must be really into bees, right?
I am.
You are?
I am.
Okay.
We all kind of are. Well, we kept bees for about a decade. So nice. After doing a project in school, my parents got into it, and we actually kept 2 beehives for about 10 years. Wow. And we got right into it to the point where we had a centrifuge for getting the honey out of the combs, and we had supers that we could put on top to make more honey. And I actually have a jar that is 20 years old. It's sitting in my cupboard. It's a 20-year-old jar of honey, and it's probably still good. I just haven't cracked it open yet. So
nice.
That's awesome.
So we actually, as we were building the game, it looked like a honeycomb, and the sort of the bee theme developed as we were developing the mechanics of the game. And we are all into bees, and we know that bees are in trouble and having a hard time right now. And we had talked about actually using the profits from the game to assist sort of bee advocacy groups, but we don't know if it's going to be that successful yet. So we're holding off on that for now. So ultimately, the rules of the game are this. All the tiles in the game, all the bee tiles are double-sided. I can show you that right here. So there's worker bees on one side and drone bees on the other. And ultimately, the goal of the game is to have more of your tiles face up by the end. It's a fairly simple dynamic. And ultimately you take turns, worker bees, drone bees. You have to build around the queen bee. So Queen Zizi is our center place. She sits in the center of your play space. She is neutral. You cannot play anything on her. Nothing played beside her affects her, and you cannot play through her. So she is a blocker. She is really just the anchor of the game and never changes. Ultimately, as you take turns laying your tiles, you play your bee tiles against any of the 6 sides of Queen Zizi, such as this, and you start building a hive around her. Now, it doesn't have to be uniform. You can build in any way you want. Okay? You can attach to Queen Zizi, the open sides of Queen Zizi, and you can attach to the open sides of your own bee tiles. Something you cannot do is this. I cannot attach, as a worker bee, I cannot just openly attach to the drone bees. That does not work. That is an illegal move. Not allowed to do that. And ultimately, once the sides meet, and you do have to, somebody has to be the bold one and make the move to get the 2 sides to meet up, you can start attacking your opponent. And the way you do that, sorry, I've got the whole stack here, hang on. Whoop. The way you do that is by sandwiching your opponents. So using one tile that's already been laid into the hive, and sandwiching your opponent's tiles between your latest acquisition there, and you flip that one over. And once you start the process, things start getting interesting. And ultimately, you want to start attacking your opponent as much as you can and taking as many of their tiles as possible. And it sort of goes back and forth. until one person is clearly the winner. So the winner is decided by one final round, and that is determined by whoever plays the very last B tile, or their sorry. Let me start that again. The last round is signaled by the first player playing their last B tile. That gives the other player one more chance to play either a B tile or a specialty tile. So I'll introduce the specialty tiles. They're off to the side here. Okay. They are ultimately face down when you first start to play, because they are supposed to be random and they are supposed to be hidden from your opponent. All right. There are beekeeper tiles, flower tiles. There are 4 different designs of flower tiles. I'll just pull a couple out here. Bear tiles and pesticide tiles. There we go. So as we were developing the game, we realized that the entire dynamic was very offensive. There was no real defensive opportunities. So we started working on some specialty tiles to jazz up the gameplay. It ultimately, the main mechanic of this game is sort of based on Othello. So at the time that I had the initial concept, when it was fledgling, it was called Swarm. It was really just these tiles and nothing else. And that was the whole idea. And once all the tiles were on the table, you started picking them up and moving them around and being able to take your opponent's tiles in other directions and other places, such as this. And that is a mode of gameplay that we've left in the instruction book. If you want to play that, you can.
That's cool.
Yeah. But ultimately, I'll show you how all the specialty tiles work. So there's 4 of them. Okay? And the first one I'll show you is the bear tile. The bear tile can be played beside any B tile or on any B tile. Okay. Oh, sorry, I've got 2 there. Get out of there. Whoop.
Emotional Cyborg says that they were just thinking Othello, but with neater art.
There you go. It's got that mechanic. It's hexagonal as well, and we've got some other rules and other mechanics that we've added based on the way that the game plays out, to make it a little bit different from regular Othello. So once the bear is in play, you use these bear paw tokens to designate which bees around it are no longer flippable. So the bear tile is a defensive tile, which allows you to protect bees from being flipped, ultimately. And they also become blockers, so you're not allowed to play through them. For instance, I could not put a tile here and hope to flip that one there, because these tiles are no longer flippable. They're not in the game in that sense. They're blockers. But I could use it like this. The tile is still active in the game for the attack mechanic. So I could still use this worker bee tile to take this drone bee tile here if I was to sandwich it between a new tile, such as this. Okay. So we'll just take those out of here, and I'll show you the flower tile. So we added flower tiles to the game to give another mode of attack, because the main mechanic can get tired quickly, and we didn't want that. We wanted some more robust gameplay. So the flower tiles, when they're played, they can be played beside a B tile, or again on a B tile if you want. And when they're played to the table, depending on whose side you are, your opponent's B tiles that touch the flower tile in a circle are flipped. Something like this. Or if this flower tile was played by a drone bee, all of these would be flipped over. And then the flower tile remains in the game as a blocker. So again, you can play through it. The pesticide tile was one that we added in to, again, add another dynamic. And when the pesticide tile comes into play, all the tiles that touch it are removed from the game. Anything that's underneath the pesticide tile itself, and any of the tiles that might be loose are put to the side in a discard pile and removed from the game.
Except for the queen bee, correct?
Except for the queen bee. Yeah, she's impervious to any gameplay. She's just the anchor, and she stays in place. Last but not least is, of course, the beekeeper tile. And the beekeeper tile is unique in that it doesn't actually get played to the play space or to the game table in any way. You actually play it to the discard pile to look through the discard pile to find something that you want to pull out and reuse immediately. So that pesticide tile that seemed like such a great idea with might come back to bite you in the ass. So
I like it.
Yeah, it's one of those things you have to weigh what you're going to do. Does your opponent have a beekeeper to pull that pesticide tile or that flower tile or something else back out of the discard that you were hoping to use? That is going to cause you trouble in the long run. Ultimately, where are you here? Rotate. There we go. Wrong way. Boink. There we go. So those are all the tiles, all the specialty tiles in the game. And essentially there are 20 tiles for worker bees, 20 tiles for drone bees, and each player gets 3 specialty tiles chosen at random, hidden from their opponents, that they get to use throughout the game as they choose to use them. And that is the setup.
Sweet. I think it sounds easy enough. We should play, Sean. What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's get it done. Hibernation is a fairly easy game to learn and teach, but it is not necessarily the easiest game to play because it's based on who your opponent is. It really is that type of game.
Very cool. Emotional Cyborg in the chat says, I like it. Hey, if you got any questions, Emotional Cyborg, throw it at us. We'll make Sean answer them.
All right, I'm going to sit this game out. I will monitor chat. I dealt you your 3.
I see that. That's great. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Cards. So.
That's how you know it's Canadian. We're like, thank you so much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry
that you did that for me.
Speaking of actually the Canadian thing, I have an idea or a concept for another game, which is a Canadian themed sort of exploding kittens knockoff type game, and it would have a sorry card instead of a nope card.
Nice. Yeah, we're for it.
Yeah.
Every Canadian, we're all just so patriotic for our country. It's like, oh, Canadian flags, eh?
Exploding caribou.
Yeah, exploding caribou. That's good. All right. Did you want to go first, John?
Oh, Matt. But yeah, I'll go.
Oh, it's Matt. Matt's playing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought. Sorry. I've got you reversed.
No, that's okay. No big deal.
Go for it.
I'm actually playing with my opposite hands. I broke my wrist, so this is like.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay. If you need help repositioning things, let me know.
Well, I'm in control of the camera. It doesn't I basically broke a bone in my thumb, so I shouldn't say my wrist. I broke a bone in my thumb. That's what happened.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, I've broken several fingers, my collarbone, and my little toe 3 times.
Oh my lord.
So I know your pain.
I'll throw this one here. Oh, Emotional Cyborg, don't worry, it's fine. I can still work. That's all that matters.
There you go.
I think you moved your entire stack there, Sean.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did too. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. You can't beat those bees.
They're trying to swarm.
You can choose one to flip.
It was funny because I didn't know Matt broke any bones until I read a Twitter post a couple days later.
Yeah, I'm not one to be I don't need any pity or anything. Whatever, it's fine.
That was funny because I missed game night, right? So I didn't know. And then it was just funny. Social Cyber says, I sugar burned my hand making Easter treats, so I'm non-dominant handing it up to you.
Okay, we're
I hope your hand feels better.
Yeah, I hope so too. Sorry to hear that.
That's why I went to my in-laws for the holidays, so I didn't have to do anything.
There you go. That sounds like that scene from the Santa Claus where Tim Allen ends up at the restaurant because he's burned the hell out of dinner and he sees somebody else with his hands all bandaged up.
See here. I don't know my strategy, Sean. Just so you know, I'm just trying stuff over here.
That's okay. That's all right. It's all good.
Oh, are you trying to bait me?
Yep.
You trying to bait me over here?
Quite possibly.
Let's see here. If I go here, I flip you, then you could flip. If I go here, let's do that one. Alright, so flip. So there you go. So that was a legal move, right? I put it on the end.
Yep.
I can flip two in the middle. Perfect.
You got it. Yeah, one of the rules. Oh, I did it again. Damn it! Come on, virtual world. Here we go. One of the rules is line of sight. So, oh, sorry, my bad. Boink. So ultimately, yeah, you can flip from one of your tiles to the next tile in line, but you can't flip past it. So you may have multiple tiles, and your opponent may have multiple tiles in a line. But if they're broken up, you can only flip to the next one in the line that is yours.
Oh, okay. So I don't want you to get rid of this line. See my cards. Okay, so I'm going to play one here, and that will flip this one.
Marshall Cyborg says, my brother always creamed me out of Othello, and that they needed those defensive tiles.
Ah. So you played Othello too, Sean. So what do you agree 100% with that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Othello's tough. I actually find games such as games such as Othello with really simple mechanics to be the toughest games, because you really don't have much to work with except for the same thing over and again, and it's tough. Those are having few options is actually tougher than having more, I find.
So just as a note, this flower is now like a blocker now, technically.
You got it.
Okay, so that actually sets you up over here.
Yeah. So if you were to take one of your tiles and pop it there, you couldn't play through.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put it here because you're attaching to one of your own bees, but you can't play through. These guys are disconnected now. Okay.
Good to know.
I don't know if we played this game right when we played it originally.
Oh, we probably didn't. Who we kidding there?
That's true.
I'm going to put it here. I have no shame. Play things wrong all the time.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, oops. No!
Mine.
Oh, man. Oh,
thank you.
Man, you're welcome. You're welcome.
One of the tough things about this game is actually not setting your opponent up to do what I just did.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man.
It can be tricky.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now I'm thinking harder. I'm like, oh no. Let's see. Okay.
Emotional Cyborg, true to form.
There you go. Well, don't forget your specialty tiles.
So Sean, you're an artist. Did you do the artwork on all of these?
I did.
Tiles? Yeah. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, this is previous to actually going live here, we were chatting a bit about art and stuff like that, and sort of the esoteric nature of what I do has been kind of tough to find a way to make it accessible to people. But tabletop games and board games, which we play all the time, have the most unique artwork, and it doesn't really matter what it is. It's all good. And I like the artwork from all the RPGs is all extraordinarily high fantasy type stuff. Oh, I think I put all my bees on the table again. Hang on. You just pop those guys over there.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I did it again. There you go. Right. Noob. Just call me noob. That's it's all good.
Just trying to
But
smart. I get it.
I really like the idea of being extraordinarily creative and being able to bring all kinds of really unique artwork to these games, and I'm hoping that they do some really unique and interesting things for us. Just gave you a wide opening there.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I won't point it
yeah.
out.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Oh, man. Well, I gotta move my screen down. Yes. Thank you for telling me. Woo.
Well, where you were going to put it, I was going to steal all those back again as well. So where you were going to go.
Clearly, I am not very good at this game, but hey, it's all good.
It's all right. One of the things I really enjoy about what we've created here is that the game can change quite quickly. You can really, a little bit of fortune goes a long way.
Right, if you have the right tiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
What to do. Alrighty, I see how it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. I almost didn't do that. Yep, smart.
See what kind of damage we can do over here. Boink.
I think you grabbed your tiles again there, Sean.
Oh, I grabbed them all again.
I got it. There you go.
Thank you.
I'm the worst at that.
I'm pretty bad at it too.
This is one of the tactility issues that we're sort of missing from live playtesting. You don't make those kinds of issues with, or have those problems with live playtesting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to once we can get to conventions again. Just being able to demo games and stuff in a real life setting.
Yeah, you can demo a lot quicker at a convention. I've done a couple of the online stuff and I like it. The one I do like it because I can get in. I feel like I can actually get into demos where like the real live stuff it's a lot harder. But man, sometimes I feel like it just takes way longer to demo a game,
Yeah.
Also, like you were saying on the before we started streaming, Sean, about how you miss the interactivity of meeting people and stuff, right? And that's pretty big.
Well, we were, shaking hands, talking to people directly, seeing your smile, and all the rest of it. I mean, it goes a long way. It really does. Being personable and being friendly. That matters.
Yeah, there's skills that you need to have, right, or need to learn.
Have you done any of the online conventions?
Not yet.
Yeah.
No. I plan to be part of something called MeepUpCon, which is coming out soon in May. So I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like just yet, but I'm curious to see. And I know that there's something else coming out with Which Game First. They're doing kind of an online conference for game design. So that's
cool.
Something for the listeners to have a look at. That's going to be interesting. That's going to happen over 3 weekends with various people chatting, and I hope to be part of that as well, as a designer, as a creator.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Are you toying with me? Are you better at this game than I think?
No.
Mr. Cyborg said it's fun to potentially meet all the new virtual friends we've made sometime at conventions. I agree. I'm looking forward to just meeting some of the people that we've really connected with over the past year, especially like Meg, Professor Oak on Instagram there, Emotional Cyborg, You know, Gnarly Carly. You know, anyone that goes to conventions and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to, and then even some of the publishers and stuff that we've connected with. I'm looking forward to meeting. So
Absolutely.
let's get these borders open. This pandemic under control.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to going to the office and picking up all the board games that are sitting on my desk.
You have more over there.
I work in Detroit, so like the fastest and cheapest way to get games to me is to like send it to my office. But I haven't been in my office in over a year, so I don't know. Things are just sitting on my desk, I think. The secretaries were getting angry at me last April because I had so much stuff being shipped to the office. It's pretty funny.
They should give you another pass to go over there and grab it.
They don't. I don't think that only can fly once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do have to like renew my work visa, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get to go in at that point.
Yeah.
This is tough.
What to do? To do? Your turn, my friend.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this.
Uh-oh.
Flips these.
I wonder how many games are over there, Matt. I'm curious.
I don't know.
Marshall Cyborg says that story's great.
Yeah, it's great, except the secretaries were actually pretty angry at me.
Well, how many games were you getting delivered?
Oh, I would say like one a week. So for the brothers, like, well, I actually did get to go over and pick them up in September. I had about 4 to 5 games, but they're like, they're board games, so they're big, right? And then they kind of just sit. It wasn't actually sitting at my desk; it was actually sitting at the secretary's desk. So They probably were a little bit more angry about that because we have like these piles of stuff. But luckily, I'm not the only one. I had like a couple friends who had. One of my buddies at work collects vinyl CDs. He's my friend outside of work too, and he's Canadian. He has like all these vinyls being sent to there too.
You just call them vinyl CDs?
Vinyl records. Wow. Yeah, vinyl CDs. You never heard of vinyl CDs?
What?
That was the precursor to regular CDs. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Surprised you didn't say like laser discs or something. Yeah.
Hey, laser discs are sweet. Uh-oh.
I had a friend who was big into collecting laser discs. He had all the Hammer movies. Huge fan of those. So
yeah, I had a friend of mine had a laser disc player in their basement with like a 90-inch projector screen. So we would go to their house and watch all the good, like Terminator 2,
nice
action style movies. Kind of like what Morosky has in his basement, just bigger.
Yeah. The guy we call Mustache Matt has
and laser disc.
Oh man,
they are good quality. You can't really fault them for that. They are good.
Trying to see what Matt could do. Oh, there you go.
Alrighty. I think you're snookering me here. You're doing good.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know how to play this game.
That and one of the creators
studying it for weeks.
Look, I only knew this was coming for like a month and a half. Okay, I might have just been playing it every day, every hour for a month and a half, even at work.
Your boss is on. What do you mean you're playing at work?
My boss knows my Twitch stream. I don't know if he's on tonight though, but.
Yes, this is tough. Now there's an opportunity to get more for anybody who's listening. There's an opportunity to get more specialty tiles in the game by doing what we call a bi-directional play. And so that's flipping tiles in more than one direction. We haven't had the opportunity. That hasn't shown up yet. But there might be, as the game gets bigger, more opportunities like that will present themselves. So we'll see if we can't get a good example of that coming up.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, he's kind of done. I've abandoned him. Huh. Tricky.
So you have 6 tiles left. So technically, there's 6 turns left for you.
Yes.
For me. Did you find that the person who starts first has an advantage to win in this game, or do you think it's pretty even?
I think it's based more on strategy than who goes first. I know that the contemporary thinking for chess is that white goes first, and white has a tendency to win.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever goes first in chess has a tendency to win. They have advantage. But in this game, I don't think that really comes into play at all.
My computer's doing weird things, and I apologize. So, how's third lockdown treating everybody?
Oh, I guess some of our viewers don't know. So the 3 of us are from Ontario, and we're into our 3rd lockdown. So first lockdown was April. Second lockdown was right before Christmas, right? And then this
we just got out about 6 weeks ago, and now we're in another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
The problem with this one though, it was predicted this would happen. So
yeah, it's unfortunate. I've been pretty. I think we've been pretty good about following the protocols, and we don't. I think we've only known one person who's actually, or maybe 2 people who have actually contracted COVID-19.
Oh man!
But there do seem to be some hotbed areas in Ontario, which when the lockdowns are lifted, they just kind of get back to business as usual, and have a tendency to cause the numbers to go up, and then the clampdown comes down again, and that's that can be problematic. We've definitely. I mean, the loss of live events for this type of thing has been extraordinarily detrimental, I think, in the long run for the hobby.
Yeah, it kind of sucks for us in Windsor, because we were actually doing okay. Like our numbers were actually going down since the last lockdown, but they kind of blanketed the entire province this time.
That's because they don't want people traveling within the province.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Emotional Cyber says, I feel like the first lockdown should have been the only lockdown, but people were not having it. So here we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
If there's any indication, I work inside the mall here in our city, and I think today's been the busiest day we've seen since before Christmas.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, it was insane. Like, not busy by, the mall standards, but like we were busy for a Monday at my store. And, I was just like, I saw a post online that was actually like pretty funny, and from a hairdresser, and they said, I can go to the bank, but the bank teller can't come to me, but together we can go to Costco.
Yeah, it's true.
I must admit, some of the rules do seem a little arbitrary and not necessarily as well thought out as we would hope. There we go. Okay, so there's a good example of a bi-directional play. So now you get to take a tile from the specialty stack.
Really? Sweet.
Yeah, and you get to put that into your hand, and you get to keep that. That's yours.
Oh, that sounds like that sounds like cheating to me.
Let's see what you got there, Matt. All right.
As we were developing
says, yep.
As we were developing the game, we realized that there were, sort of opportunities to do fun things, and we thought, you deserve a bonus if you do that. You get extra. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that myself. I think you got me on this one. I'm in trouble here.
Yeah, because technically this will give me another bi-directional, right?
There you go.
And that's pretty powerful. I think that's a super powerful move.
It is, absolutely. And you keep messing me up for me doing it to you. You just messed up. I was gonna do one. I can't now.
I told you I practiced for a month and a half.
There you go. But that is the nature of this game. It really is quite organic, and it changes as you go along. And it's again, easy to learn, not so easy to play. Not really. Come here, you. Oh, come on, just give me one.
I do notice it's easy to get lost. As in, like, you might be like, oh, I set you up or you set me up. You're doing something and then you kind of forget about another part.
Yeah, it's I don't think it's as strategic in that way as say chess would have a certain play that you can make that have been named after the progenitors of those sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
You just this one is a little bit more broad than that, and I don't think that, I'm not sure. I mean, depending as people get more into it and play the game, perhaps there will be some signature moves that come out of this entire thing. I have no idea. That'd be cool though. I would love to see them come out with like a Queen's Gambit that is all about hibernation 2,000 years from now.
I was playing a board game with my wife last night, and she said she Queen Gambit me because she was able to see the plays that I was going to do in order for her to win the game. It's like,
right,
it's fair.
I don't know if this is a good move, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Nice. Well, I've only got one lonely little B tile left, and he's not going to do all that well here, I think, in this scenario. Oh, well, but I can do this.
Nice.
And that is it. You get one more tile to play. So since I'm out of tiles, or out of B tiles, that signals the last round.
So I can just do this.
You could if you were a jerk.
Emotional Cyborg says that they appreciate the more abstract nature of this game, and like that there isn't a board to confine the pieces to a set shape.
No, it really is quite organic, and that's one of the things we sort of designed into it, was that replayability. It really goes wherever you want it to go, and we love that about it. So ultimately, I think it's you count up your tiles now. Any tiles that are underneath any of these specialty tiles, such as the flower tiles, the bear tiles, you do not count. And I think it's pretty obvious that I won. I think
Oh, is it low score? Low score wins?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, okay. So
in this instance,
I really did bad then.
The drones got to dominate the hive, and they get to party on. So well
Nice.
done. That's great.
Thank you.
Very nicely put together.
I
tried to get you.
I was gonna say I like the art on it. It's pretty neat. I haven't shown a lot of it, but
no, we can. I think that you can zoom in on some of the tiles if you want, with the Z.
Oops. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to my left hand here. It's so hard. It's actually like really hard.
Emotional Cyborg says they like how detailed it is.
Yeah, that is just the way that my brain works when it comes to art. I'm actually trying my hand right now at some graphic stuff in Procreate, and we'd mentioned enamel pins, I think, earlier, and I'm sort of working on some design stuff, and it's very different thinking that way. So it's an interesting challenge. So, did you want to reset? We can play again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to reset using this game.
That's great.
Because I'm not very good with technology, even though it's my job.
Stack all these guys up over here, and we'll get them all the specialty tiles back together.
Sounds
It's
good.
easy enough. Flip that over. We got whoop, boink. Shuffle those around.
John,
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a pesticide tile come out there at all.
I was actually worried about that because I'm like, I think that's gonna hurt me.
It would have. I saw a really good spot to disconnect basically everybody from the hive, and I would have been very mean to do that.
No, you're just trying to win. It's fine.
That's it. Yeah, that's what it is. Beat your opponent. Welcome to the world.
Uh-oh.
John, you got the second game, right?
Yeah.
You and Sean? Yep. Uh-oh. What happened over here?
I grabbed the wrong tile before I could flip it. What the hell is going on here?
Uh-oh. Whoop. There you go. Okay, so we got 20 workers. We got 21 workers. Think.
There we go.
He's yours as well.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Everybody
Sorry about your luck, Emotional Cyborg. You get to talk to me in chat now.
That's interesting. All right. Interesting tiles. Very good. Did you want to start?
Yeah, sure. I just want to see what I got here. Okay. See, I'm already doing it.
There you go.
Let's try there.
I did the same thing. It's what all the kids are doing.
John is way more interesting. Oh, thanks, Matthew.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, we had some really fun times play testing this. And I'm disappointed that we didn't get more opportunities to be out in the crowd. There really is, when you've designed up a game and you get to see people playing it, it's really fun. It's really invigorating to watch people laugh and enjoy something that you've created.
Yeah, you get good and bad feedback, and it helps you refine your game, right? It's hard when it's over online or whatever. I mean, we do thank you for sending us the game originally.
Oh yeah,
which was
no worries.
awesome.
Well, thanks for your help, and thanks for being open to inviting a noob like me into your circle.
Hey, we're noobs too. We're all new. We're all just trying to figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, finding our way.
So what games has your group been playing lately, Sean?
Funny enough, for people who've kind of come up with a fun bee-themed game that's not particularly aggressive in its artwork style, we have a tendency to switch towards or play the really horror-themed games.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm being mean. I apologize.
Ouch.
Oof. But yeah, so we've been playing a lot of Mansions of Madness.
Oh, nice.
And the Arkham Horror. So we actually really like the Fantasy Flight games.
Yeah.
Even though they are quite tough. And then we play anything that really has a lot of imagination to it. So we really like Harry Potter, the Harry Potter IP games, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer played a big part in our TV watching when we were in the in the 90s or the 2000s or so.
So you're playing Unmatched Buffy?
Yes.
Nice.
No, sorry, just Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the main game.
Okay. Well, I never played that game.
No, it's pretty good. It's actually quite challenging, which is nice. But yeah, that's what we've been playing. We sort of we gave Spirit Island a try the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And Spirit Island is that's a tough game. That's a hard one to play.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. John's never played it. I played it solo over Christmas. I really like it. I really like it. But you're right, it's really hard. The strategy to it's really hard. Like you kind of have to get used to it, and I feel like it always comes down to the wire, which is really interesting too.
It does, yeah, and that's probably actually the mark a mark of a really good game is that it is you. I think you need that kind of the suspense. Are you going to make it? Are you going to make it? Are you're just there? You're just there. Are you going to make it? Are you not? Do you have enough cards left? Do you have enough moves left? Are you going to get there? I think that's the mark of a great game.
Yeah.
So you keep that suspense. You don't want that runaway leader, and you don't want necessarily it to be so hard that you can't catch up. So
right. Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, yeah, I guess it comes with being a game that's well balanced, right? If it's balanced, then not that. I guess it's like you don't want every game to just come in a random chance at the end.
No,
but Spirit
no,
Island,
no.
because it's co-op and it is. I wouldn't say it's completely random chance. If you let the game run away, it will totally run away. But you just feel like if you're trying to get your maneuvers down, trying to buy the right cards and stuff, it just feels like everything's so tight, everything's so close, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. And there's a lot of sort of moving parts as well. So knowing knowing what's the best move to make at that point that can be tough to sort of understand and not snooker yourself some way that you made a misstep and all of a sudden the invaders run you over.
Yeah. I played all the scenarios too, which was really fun because it comes with a ton of scenarios with it, and I just loved it.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that bold yet. We haven't gotten to that point yet.
And I guess like I actually liked it so much I bought the expansion too, which is sitting on my shelf of shame right now. But I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, but you just got that in. Oh dang!
I did get. Oh snap! Oh snap, John.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go cry. The corner over here. Be right back.
After I beat Sean, he's like, I'm not letting this happen again. I let Matt run away a little bit too much here.
Now I'm being bold here. Beat me at my game, will you? I don't mind that though. That's all right. It's such an organic game. Again, it's really hard to necessarily come at it with a huge overarching strategy. I think with some of the other games you can have that. You can pre-plan your moves 10 moves ahead. This game doesn't really play out that way.
Yeah,
Gamecaster says, hey, party people.
Hey, Gamecasters, what's up, man?
What's up?
How's things? Yeah, I feel like I think there's like a common notion. Whenever we talk to a game designer or bring a game designer on, they're always like, we always lose. We always lose at the game, right? Or like, I think it's because like your mind's in a different state. You're like trying to figure out what options there are. See, John's slowly coming back now.
Why is this like in a weird...
You gotta like rotate it.
I don't know how to do that. There you go. Thank you.
That's right. There you go.
I'm right-clicking and it's just like moving my table, but not the actual rotating. Yes, thanks for hopping on.
You're watching Sean Chappell, the creator of Hivernation, which goes live on April 13th on Kickstarter. Massacre John right now.
Yep.
Trying. You've got two bees there that I can't get rid of. They're sitting on the other side of that flower tile, and
these two.
Yeah, I can't do anything about them unless I have a flower tile or a specialty tile to flip them. So they're a good one to build off of because I really can't do anything about them. So
Marshall Cyborg is pointing out that your 4 Bs got flipped again, John.
I know.
Feels bad for you.
I feel bad for myself.
Alrighty. You like
Cry
that?
a little bit over here.
So Spirit Island, and then the Arkham series. Have you tried the Arkham card game, Sean?
Yeah, we have Arkham Horror, the LCG.
Yep.
So we don't actually have the board game. I know that there's a board game there as well, but we don't have that.
Oh, sir. Okay. Yeah. I'm talking about the LCG. Did you? Which ones have you played? The original, or have you tried any expansions?
Yeah, we're just trying to get through the. But I think I moved all my bees again. Where are they? Come here, get over there. Whoop! Get out of there. Here we go. I'm not enjoying the Arkham LCG so much. I find it too hard. I find it a little too rule heavy, and I find the gameplay too weighted towards the bad guys.
Yeah, it is hard. It is like a really hard game.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play it on what they call easy, right? Where you pull out easier tiles out of the bag, but it's still. I still actually find it pretty tough. I'm actually playing through it right now behind me. Like, actually, I don't know if you have your stream on, but like, there's a table right behind me.
Yeah, you can see the table, not the cards.
Sitting on it right there.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to get through Path to Carcosa. That's how you say it. But yeah, it is hard. I feel like I'm just dying all the time on it.
Oh.
No. This is the Pesticide Tile, and ultimately all the tiles around it disappear, and this guy up here will disappear too because he's now disconnected from the hive. So, apologies. I won't be getting a Christmas gift from John.
Oh man, that's a lot of bees that are gone. Bobo says hello. Hey Bobo, what's up? Assuming Bobo's also saying hello to Gamecasters too.
So this is the discard pile. We just plop that off to the side, and if you happen to have a beekeeper, you can go through it and find a tile that might be useful for you. If you're like, and there he is.
So.
I'll smack you.
Wow.
I think that's absolutely all of these guys.
What a play. What a play. That is crazy.
I'm going to just pop those over to the side. Where'd you go? Come here. All right. Look at that. Back to basics.
A new game here.
John,
you're still losing, though. I'm just going to point out to you.
I am still losing, but it gives me a little bit of an advantage.
A little bit more wiggle room, just in case.
Wow, that was a great move.
Damn.
Oh, I did it again. Hang on. Whoop.
Emotional Cyborg says it's interesting how different this game is going. It looks quite fun. So yeah, definitely different than the last game.
Yeah.
Oh, smart move. Now, can you pesticide those tiles with that are like, you know how you're locking them in right now, Sean?
Yep.
So you can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can't play a specialty tile on top of another specialty tile, but you can play it beside it. So you could, technically speaking, put a pesticide tile here and take out these guys, or over here, or you could play it right on top of this bee tile and take out all of these.
Ah.
Yeah, the pesticide tile is kind of omnipotent in that way. Oh, sorry, I'm taking from the discard pile. I got 26 moves left. Look at that.
John, how are you gonna get back on this one here? Do you have another spray?
No, I've used all my
Oh.
used all my cards.
And yeah, chances are at this point, because it's the hive is small, we're probably not going to get a chance to do that again in this game.
I just feel that was like too good of a move not to take advantage of.
Oh yeah, the bomb. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it did kind of help you too, because Sean was running away with it right there. So it's cool how that mechanic brought you back a little bit.
A little bit.
Kind of an equalizer, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not anymore. Is that my last card?
Mm-hmm.
It must be.
Is it your last one?
I think so.
All right. So yes, a very different game, this one. So I get one last move. That signals the last round. And I will borrow these guys from you. And that is another game in the bag.
Wow.
Obliterated.
Nicely done.
Wow.
And that ultimately, that's the way the game can play out. We've had all kinds of outcomes in this game, and we've even had ties, which seems impossible with the way it's sort of the organic nature of it. But we had two young kids at a library playtest session. Essentially used the pesticide tile the same way we just did, and it left them each with one move, and they ended up with one tile each around Queen D. That was it.
Wow.
So,
that
a draw.
Fun to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that we're playing it, I kind of remember some of the thoughts we had too. I noticed it's a very like you're playing it, you're always waiting for your opponent to make a mistake, and then you capitalize on it. If I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It is one of those. There should be a no take backsies rule in the rule book. You can't take it back.
Yeah.
If you make a silly move. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah. You play a tile, it's down. That's it. I agree.
That's it. Yeah, we might need to put that in the book.
So can you talk about what your campaign's going to look like, or what you have planned for? Anything exciting, or if you can?
Yeah. Well, ultimately, I mean, the game itself is finished. So we're not doing any stretch goals that might add more content to the game, as we see with some of the other sort of more robust or open card gaming systems that people come up with. There's ways to add in new characters or new factions or new power-ups and things like that as stretch goals are met. But our game is finished, and we're really quite happy with where it's landed. So we don't really want to do that. We did have some ideas for some other specialty tiles, such as the super flower tile, which would be the only tile that you can put on top of another, like on top of a flower tile, and it would actually flip bees in 2 rings. So the first 6, and then the outer ring around that as well. But we figured that one would be way too powerful. It's just such a super amazing tile that it would ruin the game. And we also came up with another one called the Disco Bee, which ultimately bees, when they communicate by dancing. So we wanted to make it so that if you wanted to talk to your partner, if you were playing a 4-player game, you had to get up and do a little dance. You had to play the Disco Bee to the table. Do a little dance to talk to your partner, but it wasn't really a practical tile. So we're not going to do that. So ultimately, our stretch goals, what we're offering is our free games. That's going to be one of our tiers, essentially, or our stretch goal tiers, is as we fund, once we get to that point, we're actually going to comp a certain number of games. And as we reach new stretch goals, we're going to keep doing that as a way to sort of give back to people who are supporting us. We're going to support them.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's a pretty cool thing. I never heard of that or seen that before. I mean,
we could add value by, say, adding extra things to the game, or trying to tart up the packaging or things like that. But we're already doing that. We've already quoted the game and figured out the finances for it based on really high end materials. We want this game to look good, and we want it to last. So we don't really have a lot of wiggle room when it comes to that. So yeah, that's our stretch goal. Our main stretch goal is free games. Given they're going to be totally at random, and we're going to make sure that it's all above board, so nobody feels like they're getting stiffed on the opportunity. And yeah, there's when it comes to fun stuff, like we're still doing quite a lot of outreach during the campaign. So there is actually going to be, hopefully, another live playtest session just like this, but through Fan Expo Texas.
Nice.
I'm chatting with a gentleman down there called the Night Nerd. He's a podcaster out of Texas, and he actually just went through all that awful weather that happened with them and their power grid going out and all the rest of it. He was telling me all about that. He had electricity, but not gas, so not heat. And his parents' house had heat, but not electricity. And so they were sort of going back and forth between houses depending on what it was that they needed. But yeah, so we have, hopefully that's going to come about. We haven't quite figured out the details on that, but hopefully that'll be sort of in the middle of the campaign by end of April or mid-May. We'll be doing that. And yeah, we're really curious. This is our first rodeo, so we're not really sure what it's going to look like. It's new to us, and we're new to the world. So yeah, it's kind of, we've done our due diligence. We've got a great game. We've priced it out well enough. We've got our distribution channels organized and all the rest of it. The one thing, chances are anybody who's listening to this is not from Europe or Australia right now, because it is Betty Buy time there. But we are actually not going international with our Kickstarter. We're actually only offering it to North America at this time.
Okay.
So, and that's ultimately because of, again, finances. The world freighting and shipping situation is really tough right now, and Kickstarter itself has actually switched over from a funding site to a sales site. So previous to this, getting something off of Kickstarter came without taxation, and now taxation is being added, taxes, especially across Europe. And so that's a financial factor that we don't think is going to benefit people from that area to back us at this point. So until we know that we have, say 5,000 or 10,000 units that we can sell in Europe, it's really not worth our trouble to do it, and it's not worth their trouble to try to invest in it. It's just going to be too expensive. So
let's say it's successful. Would you do like a separate European campaign? Is that what you'd do, or would you just
there's a possibility of it? Yeah. I mean, this is sort of our home turf, North America, and it's just easier for us to reach people here, and easier for us to offer a better deal, especially on shipping locally. And we'll only be freighting in one lot of games to one place. So trying to freight into a lot of other places is quite expensive and really tough, especially if you don't have the numbers. So, without having 3,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 units going specifically to Europe, the freighting charge can break you. So this is the conventional wisdom that has been extolled on me by Quartermaster Logistics, essentially, that the folks who are going to be helping us out for U.S. distribution. So yeah, but it should be fun. I'm really hoping that we get the opportunity to do more activities such as this, where we can sort of play. There we go. Ha ha ha. Mine.
It's been interesting, following you on social media, like watching you, make that box, condensing that box down to be like the best package to ship has been interesting.
Yeah, well, that's ultimately what we have to work with. So we don't really have much of a choice at this point. Shipping is where we're at. So yeah. Oh, hey, I've got 2 details. There we go. But yeah, no, it actually worked out really well. One of the great things about changing. Oh dear. How did that happen? That was not what I meant to do. The only thing that we were really trying to do with with changing the box was to make it more shipping friendly. But ultimately, what we did was we ended up making it more user friendly at the same time. So now with the packaging design, we're actually able to put the tiles in such an order that all you have to do is pull a stack of drone tiles out and a stack of worker bee tiles out, and then the stack of specialty tiles out. They're self-organized inside the insert itself, which is sort of a benefit or a fallout of having to redesign for shipping. And I think it actually makes the game better in the long run. It takes 30 seconds to bring it to the table and get it set up, not like Gloomhaven or Eldritch Horror. Half an hour to get that damn game set up, or
well, half an hour to punch out everything, and then another 2 hours to get set up, basically.
Or like Firefly, if you want to set that one up, it's got
never want to set that game up.
A billion pieces, So,
but it's funny you mentioned Firefly. We mention this all the time about we had a huge epic experience playing Firefly, where we had I don't know, it was basically like we had like a 10-person Firefly game going, and a round took like an hour to 2 hours, and
wow,
we only got through 3 hours of the game, basically.
Yeah, and everybody got to play once.
Yeah.
I think everyone got to play once.
Oh, we had a pizza break, and then we just never came back from the pizza break.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that can be problematic. That's something else that we like about this game, is that even though you might not be sitting actually actively playing, you have to pay attention to what your opponent is doing. So you're always engaged. You're always into the gameplay. So there's no rest, which is good. I appreciate that. I do not like waiting on 3 or 4 other people to play before I get a chance to play again, and having it take 5 minutes. That can be quite I don't know. I don't want to say it's boring. It's just it's
boring.
It can be frustrating because you're kind of waiting to do your part, and you want it to be fun, but it's not necessarily fun just sitting and waiting. So
yeah.
True.
Did you want to play one more time? Play again?
Yeah. I mean, I guess this would be the championship if it's me versus you, Sean. It'd be the.
All right. There you go.
Okay. Let's
bring it on.
You can go first because I started last time, I think.
All right, great.
All right.
Check out that move. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Come on.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's see that. Oh, I'm mirroring you.
That does happen. Often. So, hey.
Well, I don't know
there we go.
There.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
That was Tabletop Simulator.
Oh, I like this. I'm just gonna follow your moves. You're like the Grand Master here, so.
I think there's always room for learning. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Sorry, we didn't pick our 3 specialty tiles.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Best do that.
Shuffle. Oh, there it is. All right. 2 and 3. What do I got?
Yeah. There we go. Let's have a look.
That's pretty good.
Well, not bad. I can work with what I got. There you go.
Oh, Matt.
Not bad, right, John?
That's pretty good. A lot of flower tiles.
Yeah.
And a lot of bear tiles.
I have 10 flower tiles and 6 bear tiles.
Yeah.
Crazy,
So why the magic number 3 for the specialty tiles?
We found that 2 wasn't enough. We found that 2 was a little too short. But when you do play with 4 players, one of the things that the tile numbers, they all break down quite easily. So a 2-player game, you start with 20 tiles. With a 4-player game, each player plays with 10 instead.
Okay.
And we find that every player in a 4-player game having 3 specialty tiles is too much. So in a 4-player game, everybody gets 2, and that's a little bit more evenly balanced. So you really are just following me.
I'm like, well, I looked at your move and I'm like, that's a really good move, actually. Oh no. It was too good of a move. Too good. Huh.
That's funny.
Let's see here.
But you have an opportunity to do it right back to me if you want.
If I had a flower tile.
based on what you have, yeah.
Hopefully this works out.
Interesting.
Did it again. Stop it. There we go. But yeah, it's been really fun designing a tabletop game. I've actually really enjoyed the process of learning and more learning and then learning again. I guess chances are I'm a lifelong student in truth. It's just something I enjoy is learning all the time. So I'm actually really looking forward to funding and finding out about the manufacturing process and all the steps for getting the game freighted out of China and what that looks like to deliver it to people and sort of see it in their hands.
I guess what has been the hardest process for you so far? So, I mean, there's the designing, there was basically the whole marketing thing, preparing Kickstarter, which is coming out very soon, and then I guess there's the whole logistics part. Which part did you see the most challenging?
Most challenging has been marketing. And simply, I think simply for the fact that we haven't had the regular channels for reaching people. So going from conventions and live events to having to go online is a tough transition. There's so much traffic online, and trying to stand out is really tough, and trying to reach the right people is really tough. Even with sort of Facebook ads and as personalized as you can make them, they're not the same as going to a convention where people are really there to find you. So I think that has been the toughest thing, and marketing is still not our forte. We're still working on that, and I have a feeling that will be a work in progress for a long time. But the other thing that we found is actually quite tough is the Kickstarter page itself. So learning about all the things that have to be on there and organizing the information properly and getting the tiers right and all the rest of it. I would suggest to anybody who's listening who is thinking about doing a Kickstarter, don't enter into it lightly. It is a lot of work. It really is. So, for at least for tabletop gaming, if you're doing something that is a bit more of a virtual product, a digital download or something like that, perhaps you don't have to go through as many hoops, jump through many hoops. But yeah, that's a lot of work. It really is. So be prepared for it.
Gamecaster said they have to run. Game seems cool. Have a great night. See you around, Janelle. And Emotional Cyborg says, save your bees.
Well, thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching us. It's been fantastic. Are you good there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh, thank you. There we go. Whoop.
Oh no! Oh.
Set me up for a good one there.
Oh man! Oh man! Yeah. I wasn't thinking. Wow! Okay. I'll throw one in here.
So I recently got onto the TikTok train.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I noticed. Yes, you were doing something with Wusung earlier. Yeah. Saw that.
I don't know. It's just fun. I don't know quite how it works yet, but I'll figure it out. But like, I know like Wusong's killing it on TikTok. I'm looking at his numbers.
Oh yeah.
Dang, man.
Well, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt that he's cute. It really
Yeah.
is. My wife has a thing for him, and I'm comfortable in my heterosexuality, but I'm okay to say that man is cute. He is a cute man. I think that works to his benefit.
He's got like 44,000 followers on TikTok.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane. I've got like 3.
That's
But,
it.
Hey, 3 is better than none, you know?
That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
You just need better dance moves. That's all. It's better.
See, that's where I'm at. You know, I gotta get to that point.
There you go. Yeah.
So
we were watching some really interesting videos the other day of a gentleman who does baking tutorials on TikTok, but for really obscure cakes.
nice.
And he has this really funny accent when he gets on there, like he's from 1950s New York Broadway production, and he's like tomato soup cake, who makes soup cake? And then he gets after the all crazy and stuff, and he eats it, and he's like, I should hate you, but I don't. He just gets his funny accents, and he's very entertaining, and it's amazing what people can do with 30 seconds of video.
Yeah.
Emotional
Cyborg says, "Good luck. I don't understand it, and I can't be asked." I don't understand it either. I just think it's a quick way to get video content out that isn't YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. You can get really involved. I actually put together a YouTube channel for my art, and I was doing a weekly 10-minute video just running down what I did in the week, and it takes a day. It takes a day to shoot and edit and put together a 10-minute video. It's surprisingly long-winded.
Yeah, Matt and I haven't done too many videos, but I think we're getting ambitious with what we have planned. So we'll see how it all goes.
No.
I can understand the appeal of something that just happens in 30 seconds and you upload it and you're done.
Yeah, I mean that's like everyone's attention span.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's what we should design next. A 30-second game. 30-second game.
Oh. Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Basically.
Yeah, it's very right. They already beat us there.
Most Cyborg said that's kind of sad. I know, like I'm even starting to feel it myself. Like normally, like I don't know, like I sat and watched 4 hours of Justice League, and I was like, I was all for it. But then I go to like read a book today, and I read a page and I'm done.
Right.
And it's just like it's weird. Emotional Cyborg says there is one board game. It's called Win Lose Banana. 30-second board game.
Win Lose Banana. There you go. Thanks, Emotional Cyborg. Very good.
That company knows what's up. But I look at people that in nowadays like just don't have that attention span.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. This game's not going well for me.
That's okay. You got cocky that first game, Matt.
Well, I'm finding my rhythm.
You know what it is? I was trash talking so much that I deserve this. I could do this.
There you go.
And that gives me...
Looking at that, I saw that coming.
Yeah. Gives me 1. But I think you have 5 right now or something crazy. Or you had 5, but you...
I've had 5, yeah. I've only got 3 at the moment. But... All right, let's see. What can we do? That would be effective?
See Matt's brain moving.
can see me thinking.
You just hear the monkey and the wheel running around in my head.
Like I know what I want him to do.
Oh. This one?
Let's see what's up. Emotional Cyborg says that they worry for their kiddos. Oh, worry for kiddos especially.
Yeah, I worry for kids
Yeah.
too. Although as a teacher...
I mean, like I'll be...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be... That's what I worry about, especially with my kids. Like I remember, like I'll just be... I'll just be chilling, and then if I turn my phone on and like something coming, my kid is like right up on me trying to watch whatever I'm trying to watch, and then so I worry about the screen time. Emotional Cyborg says, "Did you not draw one because you only have 3 ?
No, I played one, and then because I played a tile that actually I'm gonna do it right now. So if I play this, I'll actually flip 2 of Sean's tiles. So I'm going to flip here, and then I'm going to flip here, and then that actually lets me draw another bonus tile. So I played 1. I had 2. I did that move before I got this one, and then I did it again right now, and I got this one, which brings me up to 4. So
nice.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Oh man. There's no... So Emotional Cyborg says I somehow missed you playing one, so there's no hand limit. So you start off with 3 special tiles, and I don't believe there's a hand limit. Is that right, Sean, as you pick them up?
Nope. No, you can. We actually test played a game in which the 2 players, because their hive was so compact, all they kept doing was multi-directional plays, and all of the specialty tiles were actually in their hands by the end of the game.
Wow!
And that's how they ended the game, was by like sort of specialty tile death. So you can you can have as many as you can get. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, you ready for this move?
Ready.
No, I'm gonna hold it.
I'm
gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it.
You're gonna hold it.
I'm gonna hold it.
Okay.
No, I'll play it. This is for John.
Do you, man?
Right here. Right here. Boom.
Oh, that is everything.
That is all this, right?
Everything.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's just rude.
No, we're not rude in Canada. Look at that, eh?
Nice. Oh, just smash the game while you're at it. We're done with that.
Oh, what's going
and
on
somehow,
here? It's like
you balance them on the edge. There you go.
I don't know what happened there.
That's funny.
Oh, you know what? You helped me.
Well,
I think you wiped yourself off the board.
I did. Well, I had to wipe something off the board there.
Right. Well, I'll just keep building away then.
And I would just start this all over again.
I'm like intrigued now. I'm like glued to the... I'm not even watching on my computer screen in real time. I'm watching on the TV in the delay.
Are you? Are you really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
man.
Interesting.
Oh, man. Huh. I feel like I have to do that.
You better, or else I'm gonna come for you.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sacrifice that little guy.
You set me up?
No. I wouldn't do that. type of player am I?
That kind.
Right, I apologize in advance if you hear any weird noises coming through my mic right now. My cat is having a moment, and she's spazzing out like she's on catnip, but there is no catnip. So it's just one of those things. So if you hear some weird scratching and odd noises going by the mic, that's my cat having a moment.
That's all right.
Oh, no worries.
My parents' cat's so fat and lazy that I don't even think it's alive half the time. So
I'm pretty sure my wife was like making brownies upstairs, and all I heard was like hammering. I'm like, I'm sure everyone can hear that on the mic.
Hammer? What is she hammering?
Well, she's like
While
pounding out the dough or something, or trying to get the dough out of the bowl. All right. Let's see.
Sorry, my OCD is really annoyed with that one tile being flipped over.
Let's see here.
Pounding brownies. Yep. I'm just hungry. How come every time we stream, I just want to eat food?
Because we always talk about food.
Yeah.
It could be like going to the movies. You know, you just have to have. You can't go to the movies and not have popcorn. It's got to be. You have to. You know. So, or at least I do.
What's going to the movies?
Yeah. You know what? I hate to say it, but well, I have to say it. Is that I'm worried about that. I'm worried about losing the cinema. I love the cinema.
Yeah.
I go all the time. I love movies on the big screen, and they're totally getting their asses handed to them right now because of this, evil with COVID. So,
do I use this right away?
Yes, you have to play it right away. That is the rule.
See ya. These are all of this. Although I think you have a bunch of special tiles.
Emotional Cyborg says that they have a plethora of spiced lemon cream cookies, cereal treats, peanut butter chocolate, along with meat, veg, and mashed potatoes. People never eat as much as I think they will.
Oh, I know. That sounds so delicious.
And I need to...
Although, Emotional Cyborg, you're a good host. I'm assuming you made a lot of extra.
Where are you hiding? Where are you?
What are you looking for?
I know there's an easier way to look through these things. I just don't know how to do it. So, give me a second. There we are. That's what I look for. Here you.
Oh. See what you're doing there. Yeah, I know.
I'd be horrified if there wasn't enough. Yeah,
it's very Italian Nona of you, right there.
My mother-in-law's the same way. Just like she has to have any of the holidays. Like it has to be on the holiday at her house. She needs to do everything, like cook, clean, host. Like we're not allowed to do anything. Like even yesterday, I was like, "Can I help you?" She's like, "No, get out of my way." It's like no one's helping you. I feel terrible. Most Cyborg, always room for one or two more people.
Oh,
Matt and I will head to Utah as soon as we can.
Yeah.
I'll take that as an invite. We're inviting ourselves.
That's cute, Emotional Cyborg. You are like an Italian grandma.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I just thought of it. I just think it's funny. It's like, yeah, Sunday I'm gonna have to ask my parents know too. So like when it's holidays, we just do it like the Friday before.
Oh really?
Or a British old man. The jury is out.
Oh my!
This game is insane.
What's happening here? Okay, I guess this is it right here. Looks like
Okay,
Sean
so
won.
that's your last B tile.
Yeah.
And I get my last B tile, and there we go.
Motion Cyborg says, or a British old man, the jury is out.
And that's really fun to watch this game being played.
You know what?
Yeah.
I like it because we could have a very full even though at some points I'm like very like thinking hard, we could have a full-fledged conversation, have a lot of fun. Like it's pretty good.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I don't think it's as intellectually involved as
It can
other
be. It can be.
high-end strategy games. It could be. I mean, if you really need it to be, you could totally sit and just study if you want to. And I think that there probably will be people who are like that. People who are right into strategy, and they'll just they'll need that quiet and that time to sort of sit and think. And then there will be other people a bit more jovial and happy to just kind of have a chat. So
that's me.
Yeah.
Well, all right, cool. Thank you everyone for joining us in chat. So Emotional Cyborg and anyone else who came by. Sean, thank you for stopping by tonight and demoing your game for us. It was great.
It's been my pleasure.
Can you let us know where we can find you?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, you can find us at ramstargames.com. That's our main website, of course. If you want to find out more information about Hivernation, you can find it there. And then, of course, we're on all the regular social media channels. So you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We're all over that as well. And, of course, we have a Kickstarter pre-launch page link as well. So if you want to, you can find that on our website or through our Instagram link tree. If you'd like to come join us and be one of the first people to know when we go live on April 13th, that would be a great way to do it.
Awesome.
Nice.
So thank you for being on the show. Thank you for demoing this game. And just for those who might have joined in late, John's above me and I'm Matt. We're Friday Night Games. You could check us out at FridayNight.games, Instagram at FridayNightGames_official, Twitter at FridayNightGMS. And we have a podcast launching this Friday on how to get into the hobby or how to go further into the hobby. So thanks everyone for joining.
Sorry, was it ramstargames.com or .ca?
.com. Yeah. But before we go, if we can do just one last thing.
Absolutely.
Gotta flip the table. Booyah! There we go.
Nice. Great job. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you. Thanks
See
again,
everybody.
Sean.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again.
Have a good night.